All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your amateur main event, and it is for the vacant Apex Featherweight Championship, brought to you by Quaker Steak and Lube. Your referee for this bout will be Jimmy Neely. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, a perfect record, 3 wins with no defeats. He weighed in 145 pounds, fighting out a striker in Bristol, Virginia, John Smith. Standing across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, also a perfect record with 4 wins and no losses. He weighed in 145 pounds, fighting out of Doro MMA in Athens, Georgia, Joey Mullin.
We got 2 fighters here, gentlemen, with a combined record of 7-0. Something's going to give tonight, and somebody's going to walk out as the new Apex Featherweight champion. We're here to Apex Fights 4. I'm John Morehouse, joined by Josh Cate, and Tyler Minton is John Smith from Striker, and Joey Mullin from Doro MMA are getting ready to square off for the gold. I've seen both these fighters in action multiple times. I've been pretty impressed. Been really impressed with Mullin. He's also undefeated in kickboxing. Took a fight, I believe, on 12 hours' notice against a guy from Shield Systems, which is also the team that produced Scott Holtzman, and came out with the victory as Smith lands a big leg kick there. Josh, how familiar are you with these guys?
I'm really not familiar with them at all. I know that Mullin, coming from Doro MMA, it's a strong striking-based school. That's about all I know.
You know, one thing with Mullin that I've noticed, Tyler, you got to watch the knees. He is a guy that loves to throw those knees to the body, whether it's in the ground and side control, cage work up against the cage. He's actually scored a TKO victory with those knees before.
And a lot of times that's something opponents don't look for, because you don't always train knees as hard as you can against your buddies in the gym.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's just not something you're going to throw. A lot of gyms kind of frown upon that, so it does catch guys by surprise a lot, and it's horrible. I mean, yeah. I've had a lot of knees to the body that I felt would have been better if they were to the face.
I've said in commentary before with Josh, you know, if I were a fighter, and no one wants to see that, but if I were, I would elbow a knee to the body like there was no tomorrow.
Horribly underrated, horribly underrated.
All right, more cage work here. You know, it's interesting. Joey actually has fought at bantamweight before. He's fighting here at featherweight as Smith with I don't even know what you'd call that, Josh Cate. Kind of just locking his legs around him and almost hanging off of Mullin, maybe trying to take him down to the ground.
I think he was trying to guard pull. He obviously wants to fight on the ground because that's like the 3rd time he's dropped to his back.
Well, Smith has, I think he's submitted all 3 of his opponents previously, so he's very confident in his ground skills. However, you know, he also feels pretty good about his striking as well, fighting there as striker, you know, with their traditional martial arts base. Doro not too shabby in the stand-up department either. A little scramble on the mat there.
Smith was going for a leg lock there. So we got a possible north-south choke setup. Abort and going for the mount.
Tyler, is this your first time seeing either of these guys?
It is.
So what is your impression so far?
Man, honestly, I'm very impressed. They're very new, both undefeated. This is for a title, so there's going to be a lot of nerves in this fight. Man, they're so relaxed. You know, very, very methodical in their movements. I don't really see any wasted time on the ground, constantly transitioning, constantly moving. I'm very impressed.
Really smooth on the ground, too, really fluid. Both good athletes, clearly. The guillotine there by Mullin.
That's pretty deep, too. He's got to get the angle.
What's he got to do, Josh? What's he got to do to get out of this?
Right now, he needs to make sure that his head's on the floor. He needs to get on his right side. He's letting his head pop up a little bit.
10 seconds. Can he last? Looks like he might. Oh, he's tapping. That's it. That is it.
2 short-time guillotines tonight.
It's hard to keep a concept of time in that kind of situation, but we have a new champion. Joey Mullin's coming out here with a submission victory. I'm going to go speak to the new champ. We'll get the official decision from Cody and be back with more action here at Apex Fights 4.
Beautiful.
All right, good.
He's the champ.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, referee Jimmy Neely has called to stop this fight. 2 minutes and 56 seconds into the first round. Your winner by submission, the guillotine choke, and now Apex Featherweight Champion, Joey Mullin.
All right, Joe.
What were you looking for?
Phone charger.
Why did you take that long?
I couldn't find it. It was elusive.
That will drain your battery if it's not charged.
Well, it's a charger. That's what it is. It's going to give it life.
Yeah, but it'll take a while.
It won't know.
Yes, it will.
It won't.
Yes, it will. It does it to my mom.
It won't.
No.
I've got a deep belief in my phone
Let's
charger.
get a word with the new champion here, Joey Mullin. Joey, 5 wins in MMA, all by finish. Now you got your first title. How's it feel?
It feels amazing, man. Well, I had motivation from Ashley. She told me if I didn't win, she was going to whoop my butt in the gym. So, you know.
No, nobody wants that, right?
No.
You know, John had come in. He'd submitted everybody else that he'd fought. A lot of it was a lot of grappling, a lot of work on the mat. How conscious were you of his submission game coming into this fight?
Well, I was feeling pretty confident on the ground. So, whether it was ended up on the ground or we stood up, I felt pretty confident coming in here and getting the win. So, yeah.
So I guess we're going to see you hopefully come back and defend this title in the future. Is there anybody in your sights, anybody you'd like to defend that title against?
Well, whoever wants to come for it, I'm ready. So.
There you have it, Joey Mullin, the new champion.